Hello? Yeah, hello? Hello, everyone. Can everyone hear me? Yeah, so I'd like to ask everyone to switch on your webcams. Otherwise, it's just very monotonous. Hello, Neha. Hello, Abhishek. Have anyone of you switched on your webcams? I can't see anyone. I'm not audible. Am I audible? Am I audible? Okay, then I guess webcams from your side would not be possible, I guess, when it is streaming on YouTube. Okay, fine. Uh, so, yeah, I will be looking through the chats every now and then. Ja, hallo, mir Zishan, mir geht es gut, danke. Yeah, so today we are here to talk about the uh, whole process for dentists. Do you guys have any specific queries regarding any particular step, or regarding, for example, regarding the Kenntnisprüfung or the Fachsprachprüfung? So that would be then helpful for me. You guys can put your questions in the chat box. Hello, Jaspinder. Hi, Hardik. So, Sigi just had a question about the visa process and dependent visa. So, can you be a little specific about the visa process? Are you a dependent or you have a dependent? Trupti, sorry, I cannot give you much info about the non-clinical aspects of healthcare. There are some master's courses regarding healthcare. Those you can pursue. You can look up the courses and find any on the website of DAAD, DAAD.de. So there you can find more info regarding it. Okay, so Sigi, you say you have a dependent. Everything will be easier once you are there and you have a job. So then your dependent, your spouse will get the dependent visa. But first you need to have a job. Yeah. So Zeenath had the question that can one work as a dentist after FSP or KP? Yes, obviously. Why not? You can start actually right after FSP when you find a job. Shikha has a question, job opportunities, about job opportunities and how much time would it take to get the Deficit Bescheid. Shikha, the time to get the deficit Bescheid depends from state to state. Every state has a variable time limit. You can expect anywhere from between 6 months to 1 year, or 3 to 4 months also. If all the documents are fine, you don't have to send documents repeatedly again and again. So try to send all documents in one go, and they should be like full proof. Then you can expect also up to between 3 to 6 months. And job opportunities, yeah, they are good. After FSP with Borussia Lovnis, they are limited, but after approbation, they are good. Ruchika has a question doing BDS in India, but what's the scope in Germany for dentists after final year? After final year, no, you have to complete the internship. Only then you can start as a dentist there. Before that, it would not be counted without internship. Scopes are good. I can just say that. Be more specific in your question, please. Now. Yeah. So, guys, I'll just briefly tell you once about my journey, and I think then you guys will have some info from there, and then you guys can have more targeted queries. Yeah. So, yeah, just pause your questions for a while. I'll just mention once how it was with me, and then you guys can start with your questions, right? Okay, so I'll start now. Yeah, so I went to Germany in 2019 October. That was on a hospitation visa. I got a hospitation letter from the University of Würzburg in the Department of Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery, because I am a oral and maxillofacial surgeon from India. So then I got this 6 months hospitation in Würzburg. So I went on hospitation visa, no work permit. So then I did my hospitation till April 2020. In this time period, I submitted my application to the Bezirksregierung in Bayern. Yeah. So then it took about 3 to 4 months till my application got processed. It could have been much shorter, but then COVID came, and then there was a problem with my documents. So yeah, then I got a date for the Fachsprachprüfung in June. Can everyone hear me? Jaspinder said my voice is not audible. Can others hear me? Yeah. Okay, good. So then I took the Fachsprachprüfung in June 2020. I was in Bayern, so I don't know if you guys are aware about this or not, that in Bayern, after passing the Fachsprachprüfung, you can only work with private patients. You cannot treat the majority of patients which are government insured, which are publicly insured, because of this strange rule in Bayern, also Hamburg, and also one more state. I can't get the name right now. Saarland, I guess. Yeah. So these are the 2-3 states where you can work only on private patients after Fachsprachprüfung. So that is a big limitation, because the majority, the 90-95% patients are all government insured. And when you can work only on private patients, then the employer, the Arbeitgeber, doesn't have many options, and then you cannot generate also much revenue. And the private patients are the ones who pay more. So it's very logical that how can one allow a new doctor to treat the high-paying patients, right? So this is something absurd, but unfortunately it is so. So then I had to change states, and I changed to NRW, which is the second biggest state in Germany. And NRW doesn't have this rule. So I shifted my application to NRW. In NRW, the whole processing time for the application was again 2 to 3 months. So then, meanwhile, I had found a job within this time period. So then I started my job in NRWA. I worked for about 1.5 months, and in this time period started taking the exams, and one after the other. While I was working, I cleared the 3 stages of the Kenntnisprüfung, and then I got the approbation. Yeah, so this was my timeline in short. Yeah, yeah. So now you guys can put some questions. Yeah, now. So Zeenath has a question: is there any limit to clear KP after FSP? Yes, for KP you get 3 chances for every part. Like the Kenntnisprüfung is divided in 3 parts: the written part, then the Viva part, and the practical. Each part you can take to maximum of 3 times, not more. Yeah. So Deepika Moore, she has a question. Hi Deepika. She is a prosthodontist, can practice in Germany as per my field. Is my degree valid, or just have to practice as general BDS and my PG degree will not be valid? So Deepika, prosthodontics is no PG specialty in Germany. Germany has only mainly 2 recognized PG specialties, orthodontics and oral surgery, but nobody is stopping you from practicing prosthodontics. Yeah, so you can definitely practice your specialty, yes, but you would not be considered as a master's. Yeah. So you would be, once you get your approbation, yeah, you would get the license as a BDS. You can further decide to do any further curriculum or any other courses, but PG mostly there are only in 2 specialities. Yeah. So Tripti has a question. Can you please give me a small gist of how to start the steps right from the beginning? What do you mean, Tripti, right from the beginning? What stage are you at now? Sumaya has a question. What is the procedure to get into PG post MBBS? The procedure is the same as for dentists. Once you get the approbation, then you can apply for assistance hours positions all over, wherever you want, in hospitals, in other university clinics or private hospitals, and then you get a job. So there's no super specialization in Germany. The PG ranges from 5 to 6 years. Procedure is the same. Sigi just has a question: how to apply for hospitation as a general dentist. There's nothing special. You just apply all over Germany. I applied only in maxillofacial surgery departments because I wanted to do it only there. You can apply. You have a more wide variety of choices. You can apply to private clinics, university clinics, everywhere. So just if you have a fixed area where you want to be, just increase your radius and apply everywhere. So Dr. Anju, I'm an OMFS. My husband is a neurologist in NRWA. How to practice maxillofacial surgery, not oral surgery? So Dr. Anju, I think you would be knowing that maxillofacial surgery in Germany requires a dual specialty. So even if you are an OMFS, you would have to do also pursue also medicine to practice as a maxillofacial surgeon. So Sigijas, can you explain how to apply to university? No, there is no particular format. It's the same application. Apply everywhere. In clinics, you just have to change the format of the application a little, right? When you apply to university, you play upon the advantages what one has at the university clinics. You write to them, yeah, I'm interested in academics, so on, so on. That's it. Nothing special. Sita Pilli, she has a question. I completed BDS. I'm here on dependent visa. Should we apply for local clinics before FSP? Yeah, Hasita, no harm in applying also to the local clinics before FSP. That will help you with the language, also help you with your preparation for the FSP. No harm. Shikha has a question. Did you give your FSP again in NRWA? And how much time does it take to apply for deficit Bescheid in Bayern? Because I'm preparing for Bayern. Is it bad choice, or maybe after FSP Bayern can I apply in NRWA? Yeah, so Shikha, there was this special situation with me. I don't know. It shouldn't happen with everyone, but it can. So what was the problem with me was NRWA was saying to me that they would not recognize the FSP from Bayern, which was very strange. But finally, after 2.5 months, they did. But when they did, they wrote to me that this was a Einzelfall, a special case. I don't know if they would pose any problems to you or not. Theoretically, they shouldn't. One doesn't know. So it is always better if you want to apply in Bayern, do that. If you want to shift to NRWay, I would advise always write to them beforehand and ask if the FSP from Bayern is acceptable. When they say, write to all states, wherever you want to. Whichever states say, yeah, we would accept, move there. But first ask. So Tripti has a question. I mean, someone who is newly graduate. What are your insights on MS periodontology from RWTH Aachen? So MS periodontology, I think it is in English as much as I know the course. So if you go for any English taught courses, most of them don't require any approbation, but the limitation is once you are done from the course, you need to go back to your country, or you don't get a license to practice in Germany just because you have done a master's, right? So if you do approbation and then you go for MS periodontology, that's a pretty good thing and has good scope. Periodontology is coming up in big cities. Many people are, I have read articles where people are now doing consultations only in periodontology. So yeah, good scope. Sunil has a question. Can I do freelancing jobs while I'm in Germany so that I can fund myself? Sunil, that depends on your visa, what visa you get. If your visa allows you to do that, you can. If not, then sorry. Ramya has a question. Do we get paid during hospitalization? No. 99%, 99%, most of the times you don't. 99 out of 100, very, very rare. I would say no. Don't make up your mind so that you won't get paid during hospitalization. Namita has a question. Please, can you jot down steps how Indian dentists can start to work in Germany? No, Namita, that will not be possible. I would advise there are many videos on that on YouTube. Just go through them. The process is all same for dentists and doctors. Going for that right now would just take so much of time, and the information is actually very easily available. In Bayern, how long are they taking nowadays for process of application until? So the average time is 3 to 6 months. I'm repeatedly saying this. When you have the documents which are like foolproof complete, if your documents aren't foolproof complete, then your time clock starts ticking again. So if everything is fine, you should get your deficit Bescheid inside within 3 to 6 months. So Sumaya has a question, which visa is applicable? I don't know, Sumaya, what your present situation is, whether you would be going there on a dependent visa or not. If you are not going on a dependent visa, then there are a few options. For example, language visa or 16D visa. 16D is the best option, I would say. Go on the internet, read out about 16D. It is a visa which is given for qualification process, that you are getting your degree, your qualification in India recognized as your qualification in Germany. It will include everything, taking FSP courses, KP courses, everything. So 16D is advisable. So Sigi, which visa do we get in hospitation and how long it takes to get? Do we get extensions after hospitation gets over? Did you do B2 before going to Germany? Yes, I did B2 before going to Germany. Extensions you can get once you are there, as I got. Yeah, but I would advise you to go always first choice 16D visa, second choice hospitation visa. Hasita has a question, is training period before FSP compulsory? And am I eligible to apply for FSP directly with just BDS degree? Yeah, FSP has nothing to do with BDS and MDS. BDS is the minimum requirement. You need to have it. I don't understand, what do you mean by training period? Do you mean any courses for FSP? It is not compulsory, but if you go on a 16D visa, yes, you need to join a course. Zinath has a question, is there any PG courses after BDS in Germany? Yes, there are. Mainly two, oral surgery and orthodontics. Shuchi has a question, after FSP, can we join clinic without any problem as assistant dentist? Shuchi, it will not be so easy with Berufserlaubnis to find a job, but yes, you do find one job. I have found it. I know many who have found it, so I'm sure you would also be able to find one. Neha has a question, which university is good for surgeon to apply for? I'm MBBS doctor. Sorry, Neha, I cannot tell you about this. I have no info regarding this. Deepika, can I get any fellowship in maxillofacial prosthodontics in Germany? Deepika, I haven't come across any fellowship in maxillofacial prosthodontics till now. Sorry, I cannot provide much information on this, but I would advise you to go to the DAAD website, daad.de. If there would be anything, you would be able to find it there. Unfortunately, there isn't much fellowship in chances in maxillofacial prosthodontics as much as I know. Had you been a surgeon, yeah, you have this possibility of fellowship from AOCMF. It's a trauma fellowship, but I don't know about any in maxillofacial prosthodontics. Sorry. So Maya not a dependent. Yeah, I guess so. A post MBBS student. Okay, yeah. So I think 16D would be the best option for you, Sumaya. So Sigi, can we apply for approbation while in student visa, or it's better to apply for approbation directly after going study route? Student visa, you mean language student? Yeah, you can apply from there for language student. Then your visa will change, but as much as I understand. The second part of the question I didn't understand. Or better to apply for approbation directly rather going study route. I didn't get that. Shikha, yeah. So in short, what are the job opportunities in Bayan after FSP? Are the dentists paid enough? Are you, as you already mentioned, that we are not allowed to treat maximum patients? Yeah. So in Bayan, your job opportunities will be very limited. To say, if you are there on a dependent visa, yes, you can work without problems as a dental assistant. The pay would be not definitely not as good as dentists, but definitely good enough to sustain you or even like earn decently. So you can do that if you are on a dependent visa. Dr. Anju has a question. What all types of cases can we do in oral surgery? Do we get any deduction in number of years of doing medicine? Are you planning to take dual approbation? Yeah, so I am myself considering this. I have not yet decided if I want to go for medicine or not, but I know that if one wants to do medicine, Germany is the best choice for that. I would have to consider other personal things before I take this decision. But yeah, so that is so with me. Deduction in years, yes. As much as I have heard, yeah, there is definitely some deduction in years if you go for medicine after dentistry. But the deduction is more when you go the other way around. Had you been a doctor and then you decide for OMFS, and then you get more deduction in dental course. But when you are a dentist first and then when you want to go for OMFS, the deduction is unfortunately lesser. So Jaspinder has a question: is there any postgraduate course in dentistry which can help in preparing for FSP and KP? No, I don't think so, Jaspinder. These are very two different things. Postgraduate courses have nothing to do with FSP and KP. They would be focusing on the subject and not on FSP and KP. Yeah, they would definitely help you in terms of patient management. You'd know how things work there in Germany and things like that. But other than that, specialized preparation for FSP and KP, not directly, I would say. Shikha has a question, and can we apply to two states simultaneously? No, Shikha, you cannot. In the form, you have to sign. There's a point where you have to cross it that you have not applied in any other states. And Jaspinder, and how can a general dentist switch into specialty dentistry? Yeah, you can switch into specialty dentistry with doing, there are some courses, there are some curriculum prosthetic or implantology or parodontology. These are such courses after which you can switch into specialty dentistry. That is completely your choice. Yeah, curriculum endodonty, but there are no masters. There like now times are changing, so there are some English taught masters courses in universities, but then they are paid courses, right? So you should take that also into consideration. You can go into any which specialty which you want, but you don't get the specialist title or PG title. That is there only, unfortunately, in two branches, and in some university periodontology is also coming up in Münster, I guess. So 16D visa or any master course, would you say to apply as we wait to apply for approbation? Can I do part-time on 16D visa? Yes, you can do part-time on 16D visa. There are some specific rules for that. Read about 16D on the internet, you would understand it. I don't know about any master's course. Master's course, obviously, if you go for it, you have to pay for that, right? So you should take those things also into account. Shambhavi has a question. After having submitted my deficit Bescheid application What FSP preparation courses can I register for? There are many preparation courses for FSP, many institutes. You should just decide on the institute and apply to them. And they will register you depending upon where you are in India or in Germany. You may have to bear the cost of the courses yourself, or probably the Arbeitsagentur will take up that for you. Sumaya, how much does it take to complete all visa process if I'm planning to complete B2 from here only? Sumaya, it is very subjective how much time it takes for the visa process. All your documents should be fine. And in my case, it was 3 years ago. I'm sorry, I will not be able to throw much light about that right now, right? Sorry. So Charu has a question, sir. Are you counseling for MBBS from Germany also? Charu, personally, I'm not, but the basic process is the same. But then I can help dentists more in terms of job search, maybe CV and other things like that. Basic process, yes, but I'm associated with a consulting firm, D-Minutes International. If you want, you can get in touch with them, and we can definitely help you with that. So Dr. Anju has a question, how to get an AO fellowship? Go to AO website, apply, see what are the requirements and apply. Zeenath has a question, is it must to work as an assistant dentist after completing FSP? Yes, it is a must. You will work as an assistant dentist after completing FSP and also after completing KP. After KP, you have to work for a minimum of 2 years as a Vorbereitungsassistent. That is also a type of assistant dentist. Then you can work on your own. So Neha has a question, which coaching is good for FSP, online or offline? Neha, both are good. Both have their own advantages and drawbacks. I did it completely offline, so worked for me. I think would work also for you. Right now, many institutes are doing it also offline. Shambhavi, and what is the earliest date of commencement of FSP preparation courses that I should consider, since I don't know when I will receive my deficit Bescheid and how soon will I get done with my visa process? Long sentences. Yeah, so I would say, Shambhavi, let your deficit Bescheid come. Don't be in a hurry. And when you get your deficit Bescheid, then you contact the institutes and then ask them to register you with a course. And when they register you for the course, then apply for the visa with that document. That will help you in the whole process. So Ziggy has a question, can you apply for FSP for student visa doing MPH or MHA? Yeah, you can. Yeah, I don't see a problem there theoretically. Monideepa has a question, is language important for hospitation? How can I apply for that, sir? Yes, language is important, definitely. Everybody, just imagine it so, if you don't know the language and you go for a hospitation, you don't understand a word. Even if you have B2 and when you go in a German clinic, you don't understand many things at the beginning because of the pronunciation and their level of native speaking. So knowing the language would definitely be of help. How can you apply? Just apply. Just go to the clinic website, go to the emails, send an email to them. Attach your CV with that, your certificates. That's it. Nothing special there. Shiva Kumar has a question. So while applying for deficit Bescheid, how do we get our BDS degree transferred to credit hours? You don't need to do that, Shiva. It's not like you are going to get admission in a master's course or something. So I don't think you need to do that. You need to get a transcript where all the hours are listed, but no such conversion is required. Asita has a question, should I be doing hospitation while applying for FSP? Hospitation would not do you any harm. I would say don't go for a long hospitation for 6 months or so. A 1 or 2 months hospitation would definitely do you good. Ziggy has a question, how long did it take for you to get response from university for hospitation? Yeah, it didn't take long. I applied to all the universities. I got it a 6 months hospitation only from one university. Others were 2 to 3 months. And I wanted to go on a national visa, so I selected the one which gave me the longest one. So I think I passed the B2 exam in December 2018, and I started applying then, and I got acceptance in some March or April next year, I guess. Then I delayed it with 5-6 months, and then finally I went in October. Hydra has a question, what is the procedure of masters in Germany for dentistry? Just go to the DART website and look up the courses, what are there available. Most of the universities in Germany provide master's courses in English after dentistry, like for dentists, also foreign dentists. But if you don't go for the approbation, when you are completed with the masters, you are not allowed to practice anymore. Don't think that doing masters would allow you to practice there. Procedure, just go through their website, everything is mentioned. Yeah, my pleasure, Monideepa. Deepika has a question. Can I complete my B2.2 in India and then apply for FSP in Germany? Yes, you can definitely do that. I did the same, but I would advise, depending on which state you are thinking about, you can also send your application also after B1. Mudit has Shikha has a question. How much time does NRWA takes to provide us? Shikha, I'm not very much updated right now with the visit beside and the time taking, how much time NRWA is taking. But in general, what I think, if the documents are foolproof, it would take about 3 to 6 months. Mudit has a question. What is the benefit of taking hospitation? It would help you to see how the clinics in Germany run, how the patient, the whole workflow, how it runs, and the language. You would be familiar with the German words. You can also talk to people. Basically, it is about language and also some degree about the subject matter. Sigi, how long it takes for visa and there are chances for rejection? Sigi, unfortunately, these questions don't have much place here. How long it takes for visa, it depends from time to time. Unfortunately, I won't be able to give you here much info because mine case was about 3 years ago and things changed. So, sorry, not much. I cannot be of much help here. Zinath has a question. Should I complete C1 to apply for FSP? You don't need to, Zinath. If you wish to, you can, but I don't think there is a need to do that. I think you should apply just after B2. Did I miss any question? Please type in again if I have missed any questions. Ziggy, if FSP takes time and hospitation take, the question seems incomplete, Ziggy. Just send it across once more. Tripti, is hospitation better or working as a dental technician or helper while having 16D visa? Is even the assistant able to work on patients? Working as an assistant is definitely far, far, far better as working as a hospitant. Yes, definitely. So Manideepa has a question. Is Baden-Württemberg a good state for FSP in hospitation? I also want to pursue my PG in OBG. Is B1 enough in Baden-Württemberg? For every state, B2 is required for the approbation. So sorry, Monideepa, there B1 would not be enough. I don't know what the situation is with doctors, if Baden-Württemberg is a good state or not. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, I cannot give you any useful information here. So Sigi, if FSP takes time and hospitation is over, what are the options available, you mean? Yeah, so you can take the course for FSP, right? So in that time after the hospitation, you can get yourself enrolled in FSP course. Monideepa, I can just add something here. I'm associated with a consulting called D Minutes, and it is run by a doctor. I think you know him, Dr. Deepak Mishra. He's a doctor. So I think he would be able to help you here better. Yeah, my pleasure, Trupti. Are there preparation classes for KP? Definitely, Mudit, there are preparation classes for KP. I would advise you to come on a 16D visa. And then when you come here on a 16D visa, then you can, and you're not working, you can get these courses financed from the Arbeitsagentur because they cost a lot. They're in the range of 5,000, 6,000 euros. So I would always advise to get it financed from the Arbeitsagentur. But for that, you need to be in Germany in person. My pleasure, Dr. Anju. So, guys, any more questions? Did I miss anything? Unfortunately, guys, visa related queries, I cannot answer them reliably. Whatever I would say would not be so reliable because, as you guys know, it was already long back. Monideepa, which state you prefer, sir, for Indian doctors? Uh, I would say, Monideepa, it is different for doctors and dentists. But what I have acquired with my conversations from doctors, Bayern is a good state, definitely for doctors. Yeah, Bayern is definitely good for both for doctors and dentists. Sigi, we get visa for doing FSP courses. Didn't know that. FSP courses, it's not like that. It's like this that you got your deficit beside, then you apply for a visa, 16D visa. For a 16D visa, it is a requirement that you get yourself enrolled in a FSP course. Germany says, how do we know that you are interested in doing in working here? So how do you, for that you need to prove that you have got yourself enrolled in a qualification measure. If you go and read the requirements for 16D, you would understand that. Yeah. Trupti, as I'm new to all of this, please can you suggest any YouTube playlist or website to get more information on the process? Yeah, Trupti, there are videos from Dr. Deepak Mishra, then D Minutes International. Just type it here. So somehow I can't type in here. So it is like D Minutes, DMINETZ, D Minutes International. That is one YouTube channel, and then Deepak Mishra has also one YouTube channel. There are others too, but you can definitely go through these. Sigi, is it possible to reach you on email on something? Yeah, you can reach me at V for Vikas, then Sandilya, SANDILYA 1111 at gmail.com. Mudit has a question. Please, can you explain what you told about getting sponsor for KP course? What I meant, Mudit, is when you come here come to Germany on a 16D visa, that is a visa to help you with your qualification process. So when you come on a 16D visa, then there is this possibility that you get these courses. These courses are qualification measures which help you get the qualification. So that can be sponsored from the Arbeitsagentur. This is a German agency, German government agency, which finances such courses for you, right? So I would advise to get in touch with them once you are there, or you can also get in touch with them right now and be in touch with them regularly. And once when you are there with your deficit beside and your 16D visa, get in touch with them. They will help you with it. Munideepa, okay, so any other city than Munich and Bayern from where I can continue my journey? Munideepa, any city is fine. It doesn't have too much to do about the cities. It is about the state. Munich, as one knows, everyone knows, it is very costly also. Any other small tier 2 city would also be equally good. Yeah, Trupti, it is not D minutes, D minutes, DIMINETZ. My pleasure, Sigi. My pleasure, Mudit. So my email ID is V for Vikas, Sandilya, S for Sunday, A for Abraham, N for New Delhi, D for Delhi, I for India, L for Lion, Y for Yacht, A for America, 11 at gmail.com. So Priya, so for engineering job, which city is better for job, affordable like rent and all things? Sorry, Priya, I cannot say much about that. Engineers have a ball everywhere in Germany. You won't have any problem anywhere. Yeah, my pleasure, Trupti. Shivakumar. Thank you, Shivakumar. My pleasure. My pleasure, Monideepa. So is that all, guys? Okay, so I would take it as no more questions, right? Yeah, so you guys probably have my email. You can shoot your questions there, right? Thank you, everyone. Books for initial preparation for FSP. Shikha, you can look up the videos on D-Minutes International. There is a video from me too. So I think there's info must be there, or there's this. There are Facebook groups regarding dentists, international dentists. You'd find that info there too. Don't worry. Or you can write to me on email. I can send you the names there. Yeah, my pleasure, Neha. Gyan Azigi. Yeah, Shikha. So when you get enrolled in a course, you get all materials from them, and then it would be very smooth for you. Don't worry. Everyone manages, so will you. Right? Yeah, my pleasure. Okay, guys. Yeah. So I think no more questions. We will end it here then. It was nice uh, interacting with you guys only through chat, but yeah, nonetheless. Okay, then. Yeah. Bye. Have a nice evening. My pleasure, Priya. My pleasure, Trupti.